Well, we're just going to think about that last reading just for a moment or two. A boy was once given some homework by his teacher on childbirth. And so he goes home and asks his mother, "Mummy, how was I born?" "Well, honey," says the slightly embarrassed mother at this point, "the stork brought you." "Oh, and how did you and Daddy get born?" "Oh, the stork brought us too." "Well, what about Grandma and Grandpa then? How about them?" said a persistent son. "Well, darling, the stork brought them too," says a slightly frustrated mother. A few days later, the boy hands in his homework with the following opening sentence. "This report has been very difficult to write because there hasn't been a normal birth in my family for 3 generations." Well, maybe we feel a little bit of sympathy with that boy struggling to deal with extraordinary births. In songs and readings, we hear tonight of a birth more extraordinary than that of a stork, announced by angels, born of a virgin, attended by shepherds. What are we to make of it? Maybe we feel this kind of tension where we instinctively know this birth is special, it's why we're here this evening. And yet we wonder, what has it got to do with me? Perhaps ironically, Christmas can reinforce that question. Now, I absolutely love Christmas, but it can at times be chaotic. Someone's likened Christmas shopping to being in a tumble dryer. You go round and round in circles, getting hot under the collar, and you come out feeling like you've been taken to the cleaners. Maybe you've had experience of that over this past weekend. Maybe, though, it's not the shopping. Maybe for you, it's that Christmas brings to a head family issues, or brings back memories of loved ones. Oh yeah, there's hustle and bustle, happiness, but maybe tinged with pain. And we ask, what has this baby got to do with me? Well, John, who wrote that last reading, an eyewitness of Jesus' life, he has great news for us. He helps us to make sense of this extraordinary birth. And whether Christmas is a time of joy, and I really hope it is for you, but maybe harder, I hope what he has to say is helpful. And he says, firstly, that this baby comes bringing light. The true light that gives light to everyone was coming into the world, he says. If you've ever been in a power cut, you know that kind of feeling where we're scrabbling around in the dark, stumbling. But when the lights come on, of course, we can see. Well, when it comes to God, John says we're in that position. We're stumbling in the dark. We might be able to guess something about whether there's a God there or not and what he's like, but that's about it. President Khrushchev famously said after Yuri Gagarin became the first man in space, Gagarin flew to space and he didn't see any God there. Khrushchev was certain there is no God. But actually, he can't know that for sure. While others might not go that far, we might actually think space is a good place to look for God, because we kind of feel somehow he's distant and out there. What we need is God to reveal himself to us. And John says that is what this extraordinary baby is. Light breaking into the darkness. God doesn't send a letter or even a voice. He comes in the flesh. And as he grew up, we see that in Jesus' life. He loved others that people wouldn't give a second look to. He talked with an insightfulness he expected to be obeyed. And then there were his claims to be one with the Father, to be God. And his miracles that meant that they were not just empty jests. And as we look at him, as we look at his life, he shows us what God is like. So that we don't have to guess anymore. Shows us that God is knowable and actually that he's not removed. So Jesus didn't protect himself from the harsh realities of life. I can't fully explain why perhaps you or others you know are going through what they are at this moment. But the one thing the light says is that it's not because God doesn't care. Why else would he send his precious Son to come from the light, to be born into this world of suffering? Now we have one who is God, who is able to say, I've been, where you have. Jesus, the light. And all that means we need to understand Jesus rightly, don't we? There was once a pregnant mum whose little son had been wishing for a baby brother all year long. Well, come Christmas, much to the lad's joy, a baby brother was born. The little boy turns to his mum and he says, "Thank you, mummy. If it doesn't hurt too much next year, I'd quite like a bike." Well, little ones can be forgiven for that, can't they? But actually, we're not to misunderstand to do the same with Jesus. If he is the light, he can't just be packed away with the decorations. We're to get to know him. And I wonder as adults whether you've had the opportunity to do that. We've got some copies of John's Gospel at the back. We'd love you to take one away with you and to read it and to get to know the light. He comes bringing light, but he also comes bringing life. John says this, "In him was life, and that life was the light of men." Life from God, with God, full life that we were made for. And actually something John says we don't currently have on our own. Oh yes, we have biological life, we're living and speaking, but not this spiritual life. Why? Well, he was in the world, and though the world was made through him, the world did not recognize him. Here's the shock of John, that though Jesus' light is so good, people actually don't want it. Why is that? Well, if I can put it this way, I'm sure this isn't going to be true of you this Christmas, but imagine you're watching a film, and the lights go down, and the sweets come out, and you can't find a bin near you, and so you start throwing your wrappers on the floor. After all, it's dark, no one can see. But of course, when the film ends, the lights come up, and that light shows you exactly what you've been like. Well, Jesus' light shows us how we're to live, loving God with everything, enjoying having him in charge. And yet, just like the light in the film shows up the rubbish, Jesus' light also shows up what we're like, often wanting to live life our own way, rather than God's, enjoying his gifts, but holding the giver at arm's length. And John says to live like that is to live in darkness. It doesn't lead to life for humanity, but just the opposite to death. And yet Jesus, the one who's like the event, comes bringing life. Though light described everything about him, he was handed over to darkness and death. He experienced being cut off on the cross from the light of God, the life of God. Something our rejection means we should experience eternally. And yet, because he has, we can now enjoy the light of life, being children of God, that is knowing a personal and non-stop relationship with him. As extraordinary as the birth of this baby is, actually who he is and what he's come to bring is much more wonderful. It meets us in the joy of Christmas and gives us even more reason to celebrate. Maybe meets us in the pain of Christmas and begins to give us hope. But as we end, notice that it does need to be received. He came to that which was his own, but his own did not receive him. Yet to all who did receive him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God. It's not actually automatic. In fact, it's not even guaranteed by religious background. The religious in Jesus' day missed out because they didn't receive him. But John says, but to those who did, to those who, as it were, put their hand up and says, I need what you bring, Jesus. I need you to show me God. I need you to save me from my darkness that I might have your light. And to those who do, Jesus promises not just at Christmas, but each and every day, knowing his light and life. But what will we do with this present? Well, let's make sure we don't do what one lady called Thelma Howard once did. She was an American maid, and she missed out on a fortune because she didn't carefully look at her Christmas present. Her employer was Walt Disney, and every Christmas he would give her a piece of paper in an envelope. Thelma never really understood what it was, and so each year put it under the bed with the rest of them. It was only much later, after she died, her relatives discovered them and realised what they were. Shares in the Disney Corporation worth something like $30 million. Thelma had been given this gift, but not finding out what was on offer, she didn't open it for herself. Well, let's not do the same with Jesus. To those who receive, he gives the right to become children of God, light and life to all he brings, risen with healing in his wings. We're just going to pause, and I'm going to lead us in a prayer. The collect for today. God, our Redeemer, who prepared the Blessed Virgin Mary to be the mother of your Son, grant that as she looked for his coming as our Saviour, so we may be ready to greet him when he comes again as our Judge, who is alive and reigns with you in the unity of the Holy Spirit, one God, now and forever.